Just been at work. Just got to the crib, and yeah, about to see what folks about to get into tonight, Friday night.
Yes, sir. Enjoying the weekends.
What about yours?
Um,
How was your day?
Actually pretty good. I just wanted to get some grocery shopping. Got me uh some desserts. I'm looking forward to later on tonight, I would say. Um, Outside of that, we're gonna start with the I'm gonna start off with the intro, but I'm gonna have you introduce yourself right at.
Uh,
You ready?
yeah, I'm ready.
All right. What's good, beautiful people? It's your man over Mustang. You're tuning into Aura-Genz, your friendly local hub podcast show. Today we got an epic interview lineup that's going to light your world on fire. We're diving deep into the heart of music, culture, and creativity with a guest who's about to drop some serious knowledge, promoting their work and other amazing underground artists. Spanning genre from rock to hip hop and beyond. Get ready to vibe with us because we're about to bring the energy, celebrating black excellence in the soul of music. Get hype, it's about to go down. Go ahead. What was yours?
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Khan. My name's Khan. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. Um, you know,
Interesting.
do
Interesting.
alternative R&B, hip hop kind of vibe. Yeah, excited to
That's
be
what's
on the
up.
show. Appreciate you having me.
That's what's up, and much love to you. And it's great to have you on the show as well. And I think you are our first artist from Nashville. So
Hey, turn
first
that
time
up.
for the first time. So shout out to you. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm born and raised in Nashville. Let's see, I've been doing music since like for about 6 years since I was 19. I mean, I've been making music my whole life, but I've been kind of trying to professionally pursue it since I was 19. And yeah, that's yeah, pretty
Yeah,
cool
you
guy.
and my bad for cutting you off.
Oh no, you're good.
Uh, so you say you've been doing music since you was 19?
Oh yeah, I started professionally doing it when I was 19. I started really pursuing it as if it was something I wanted to do when I was 19.
Okay. And when did you realize, or like, was you always evolving around within music, or did something spark, or
It was just kind of one of those things I've always wanted to do, but had never found the avenue to get it done. I've been researching little studio equipment I could get and like trying to kind of work my way into like working with other artists like during the time, but it just hadn't been something that had worked out. And so the person who I first started making music with, my bro JayU, uh, one day we had just decided we were gonna do our thing, and it just kind of worked out like that. Yeah, we were just both kind of looking to get into music, and so we just knew a guy who we had just met from another whole other ordeal, and so we ended up making music together, and that was like the first time I had like recorded like anything.
shout out to you and them. And I'm curious, what project would that be that y'all worked on?
Oh man, that was it was called the Rough Draft. The Rough Draft.
How many songs on it?
It's 5 songs. It was an EP, first EP type. I think yeah, our first single we dropped it was actually it's called Bordeaux, but that song ended up being on the 5 song EP.
Okay, is it still available?
Oh yeah, it's still on streaming.
Okay. And this was your very first project that you released.
Yeah, with my boy JayU.
Okay. That's what's up. And what is your favorite song on that project?
Gotta be knowledge. Gotta be
No.
knowledge. It featuring my boy FSOE bands and D Money. But yeah,
And my last question when it comes to this project, for now, um, for any new listeners that would like to listen to this project, would you recommend for them to listen it, in order or to shuffle it for first time listeners?
Oof. You know, like the name suggests, it's definitely the rough draft, very raw product. Um, but I think that if you're interested in kind of seeing the evolution, you should definitely just go in order. Just go in order.
Okay. And I'm curious, speaking of evolution, how has your music changed over time?
I think that hip hop was kind of my entry point because I'd always like doing poetry and enjoyed kind of like writing raps over beats. Um, but I think over time, just kind of slowly found I've just been able to listen to the things that I've always loved to listen to and kind of look at them differently from an artist standpoint and kind of take on certain like ideas and kind of listen to certain artists and their like people I look up to and who inspire me, kind of their methods of how they do stuff, and just kind of slowly cultivating my own creative process that allows me to embody all of the things that I love about music. So I think that over time it's just more like, melodies, more kind of
Mm.
different song structures, different sounds, uh, just a lot of different moving pieces that began to just add up as just I don't know, when I just decided to be an artist, it was like, okay, let's try to do it the best we can.
And I'm curious, how will you describe your sound and what genre do you personally, believe your music fit in?
I like to say, well, like of course I started in hip hop, but right now I like to say I'm a an alternative R&B artist.
Okay.
A lot of hip hop roots in it, but especially with where we're going, I think that best categorizes the music.
Uh, Alternative R&B.
Yeah, alternative R&B.
Okay. And the journey that you're on right now, will that be farther in exploring that field, or will we see you tapping into other genres?
Yeah, it's yeah, all that. It's gonna be more. This job definitely alternative R&B. These next few offerings, but definitely tuning. Like I just love so much about music. There's so much I want to kind of tap into.
And do you have, or would you like to share that, other genres that either you interested into tapping into, or that you guarantee that you're going to be touching next?
It's just all gonna be in like that hip hop field. I love that kind of abstract rap. Um, like the Earl sweatshirts, the mics. But then I also love just kind of taking those, just how poetic and just free thinking. I feel like a lot of work in that specific genre is. I just want to take that and explore that as well as like R&B. So just abstract rap and R&B. Those are kind of my two lanes that I know that I want to look into. Not even look into, but just explore.
Okay, would that be the same when it comes into like collaborations, or is that more?
Collaborations. I feel like right now it's just as far as collaborations, that's just about community. The people that I have around me in Nashville right now, I know like I've just been able to build sounds with a lot of different really talented people here. So I think that as far as collaborations, that's uh, more energy than it is like genre or looking
No,
for.
my bad. I was saying in the sense of when you were saying earlier that you would be exploring more within R&B and hip hop, correct?
Yeah,
I was saying would that be the same within the sense of like, collaborating with other artists that's within different genres? Would that be the same limitations that you would just focus within R&B and hip hop, or would we see you, open up that door for that?
yeah, no, like yeah, I always want to work with as many different kind of genres as I can, like whether it be like pop, like rock, like soft rock is really cool. I love Willow. Um, just whatever we can dip our hands in. I'm down for anything genre wise, like collaboration.
Okay. Okay. And I'm curious, as are you independent?
I am independent as of right
Okay.
now. Yeah.
As an independent artist, are there any particular challenges that you face?
Um, the more I learn about the music industry, I feel like I start to realize a lot of the things that I may have perceived to be challenges also are kind of like advantages. Um,
Mm,
my main thing, of course, like is funding, and so I think that as far as that goes, I don't think that that's going to hold us back. But aside from that, I just being able to have that creative control is, and just being able, if I wanted to make a song, literally, if I wanted to make a song today and put it out, I could. Like,
mm,
if I felt like I wanted to package something up and give it to, whether that be a label, a publisher, a distributor, I think that as an independent party, I think that I could. So it's really just a matter of what are the goals and what do we need to accomplish the goals, because I think everything is super possible these days as an independent. There's not a lot of things you're not able to do as an independent artist. I feel like until you start getting into big productions,
mm.
you know.
And and you said, correct me if I'm wrong. You said there's repeat that last part for me. You were saying there's not many things you can do as an independent artist, or
No, I was saying there's not a lot of things that you can't do as an independent artist
okay.
that you could do that you can't do as a label artist until you start talking about like just really expensive stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. And do you have any interest to sign to a label, or what's
Sign
your plans? Mm,
sign with a label doesn't sound like super me. Work with a label. I love to work with a label. I think that at the end of the day, they just trying to make money, and they got the capital, and they're just trying to make money off the capital in a way that they couldn't by just putting it in the bank. So, I mean, I'm always down to work with a label, but as far as like signing my complete likeness over to a label, it's not
mm.
necessarily that just like super interests me.
Okay. So you would more likely be interested in a distribution deal.
Yeah, just something like, yeah, funding. That's pretty much the gist.
Okay. But you want to keep all your rights and royalties.
I mean, like, I'm willing
And
to.
like,
I'm cool with splits. Like, I think that at the end of the day, if the splits make sense, and if you're putting a certain amount forward, I think the end goal is to have ownership. So if there's ways to get things done while retaining ownership, then cool. But there are certain situations where I don't mind like giving like a revenue split. and stuff
Okay.
like that to another company.
Okay. And is there particular things that you would like personally need to like, uh I guess push your career forward?
Say that one more time.
I'm trying to ask, is there anything that you particularly need as an independent artist to push your career forward?
Um, Fun, like just marketing dollars. Honestly, I think that's pretty much the main difference maker. Up and well, that and just like we're traveling, so just having a means to travel. That's pretty much the main two things right now: marketing dollars and means to travel.
Okay. And by marketing the dollars, are you saying this of like marketing your craft?
Yeah, just marketing the music, the just via all the different outlets there are to market these days, like stuff like Meta, uh, stuff like really there's a lot of like good free marketing you can do, but when you're trying to set up different like tour routes and stuff like that, it definitely takes some initial money just to make sure that the people who do like your music know that you're coming to their city.
No. And I had one question, but I just forgot it. But I'm gonna ask you this question instead. Um, when it comes to like merchandise and stuff like that, do you have any?
I do not have any merch right now. That is pin uh that is coming towards the end of March. We're pulling that all together right now.
Okay. Um, let me see. And have you gotten a chance to perform live yet?
Oh yeah, I've performed live before.
Can you tell us a bit about your experience?
Oh yeah, man. We've performed in Nashville quite a few times. I mean, we got a show coming up on the 8th, and we had one this past week. But I mean, performing in Nashville is always cool. So many artists out here. You never know, like what kind. Like there's just a lot of genre bending kind of lineups, and it's real cool. I mean, performing in Nashville is like thousands of musicians out here, so it's always a show, literally every night. But it's cool. We visited a couple cities when we had gone on a tour back in 2023. We had gone to Houston, Chicago, Jacksonville,
Oh, you do some traveling.
and Memphis. So
Okay.
we've performed a good little bit since we started.
Shout out to y'all and congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Um, okay. So you did some traveling performance. How you feel about, long distance? Do you prefer, to perform in your local area or do you enjoy the travel part of it as well?
Um, well, my dream is to travel a lot more.
Okay.
Um, like that's kind of like my goal. I can't, besides like that time, we've been out to Chattanooga. Um, but aside from that, it's like haven't really just performed too much outside of Nashville. So
No.
definitely something we want to do. I know I want to do a lot more.
And do you have any particular areas that you want to like perform at?
Oh, everywhere. I mean, I know I want to like the West Coast, like of course like Cali, but then like Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, really everywhere. Like I just want to
Okay.
like cultivate those relationships with people.
And I'm curious, are you interested to perform overseas as well?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's like world tour. That's like the big dream, the world tour.
And do you have any marketing strategy when it comes into, where you pick to perform your music, or you
That's
go
kind
by
of
opportunity?
right. I mean, it's kind of just a pendant strategy. Just um, I've been was watching this guy and he was basically just talking about trying to build like demand before you go somewhere. And of course, like you try to do the best you can. But if I feel like I have like a good 100, 200 listeners, or I'm engaging with a good amount of people from a specific city, then I think that it's that's the perfect sign to go ahead and try to do a show there, especially since we haven't just tried, like we haven't already just gone all the way around the map. It's just wherever people are listening, try to lock in. That's the strategy right now, at least. Um, I can let you know how that goes, and like I can probably give you a better synopsis of how that goes in like
Hmm.
6 months.
Hey, that would definitely be dope if you definitely like the. This platform is definitely for y'all to take advantage and promote yourself. Um, so I would say definitely, yeah, take advantage of, marketing and promoting, that journey of yours, especially, if you're looking to collaborate with other artists. Um, and listening to your music. I'm actually from Philadelphia. So it's funny that you did say Pennsylvania is one of the places that you wanted to market your music to. And especially listen to some of your music that got more of a soulful jazz type vibe to it. I could definitely see that being a uh, what do you want to call it?
Quick stop to
But
come to the Pittsburgh, come to Philly.
mm,
Definitely want to come up north.
so I could definitely see that your music doing well there, and then even with like the more aggressive, heavy bass stuff, I can definitely see that being welcome over here. Um, and
Appreciate
even like listening to like some music overseas, I could definitely see your music doing well.
appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And no, we gonna put in the work. That's all I can tell you. We're gonna put in the work and see where it gets us.
And I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think I got something. Well, just listening to your music, I definitely believe that you got something. So I'm definitely intrigued to see. Uh, and how many are y'all a group or are y'all coming in? Like how that work?
Oh well, it's I mean, I just like to think of it as my boy JayU. Me and him, we collaborate. We have 3 EPs together, and he's like on all my albums. I'm on his projects and stuff. But that's who I run with. But like my boy, like I work with Herm. That's like my road dog. Hermes.
That's the name of the artist. Her.
Or the name of my boy. His name's JayU, and that's
Okay.
JYOU. And then Herm, he's a producer,
Oh,
but he
Hearn.
yeah,
Okay.
he produces a lot of different stuff, and he makes tapes. And so
Okay.
his his name on is like HRMS Hermes,
Okay.
and both of them
I seen JU. I listened to the Boombox. Was it the Boombox?
boombox. Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
boombox.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was listening to the album, and I was actually fucking with that collaboration. So okay, all right. So I listened to two of the artists. So yeah, I definitely believe what y'all got going on. Um, y'all,
Thank you,
y'all
man.
bringing back something new, refreshing, but also kind of nostalgia. Um, and it's really good to see, brothers coming together, working on something. So this is pretty dope.
And I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, no, we working. He got some JayU. He has some stuff coming up. Me and him worked on a tape together. It'd be one of my like first uh, collaborations where I produced like a project, and so it's actually crazy. Like the project, his next project coming out, it's gonna be really good.
So and remind me again how you describe this relationship. Is it like, three artists just coming together? Well, two artists and a producer coming together, or y'all
Well,
forming? Go ahead. My bad.
oh no. It's I'm Con. I'm KON. And then he's JU. Me and him we work like we that's like my brother. Like I've known him since middle school. So we started rapping together, and so every once in a while we'll come back and like drop a project together and go on tour with one another, but at the same time we're our own artists. And then Herm, that's like, think of like Drake and 40. That's like my 40.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
that's just kind of like that.
So, respect to y'all, and I mean, seeing the progress of y'all collaborations. Well, I'm not sure. I heard which project Hermes produced. Was he behind the boombox?
Oh yeah, he like, well, I produced a lot of those tracks off of Boombox, but he engineers everything, like Empty Thrill, Love Talk. He produced
Love
um
Talk.
yeah, Love Talk and Empty Thrill. And then like Affinity, he
Okay.
engineered that entire album.
Okay. All right, never mind. Take back my statement. I have listened to a bit of all of y'all. So yeah, I'm definitely impressed. Um, wherever y'all got cooking is clearly working. So perfect your seasoning, I would say. Uh, I'm definitely looking forward to more of y'all work. Um, so that's what's up. Uh, okay. And to bring it back to the earlier conversation, you was bringing a bit of your skill sets. So we know you for as an artist, but you might promote your other skills as well. So it seemed like you produce as correct.
Yeah, I'm songwriter. Like anytime, like in Nashville, like because like there's so many artists that you don't even really say artist anymore. When anytime someone asks me what I do, I tell them I'm a songwriter and I'm a producer.
Okay.
And you
Songwriter and producer.
well, and I engineer too. I like do live. I work in live sound, um, like concerts and like shows and stuff. But I don't really want to do that professionally. But it is a skill set.
Okay. Um, interesting. So
I guess I think.
songwriter and producer. And what's your how many years experience um for songwriting and producing do you have?
I kind of started writing when I was like in high school, maybe like sophomore year. I had like a song on SoundCloud with my like the first song that was ever had me on it was like a song we dropped in like 2016 of it was called Cold Pizza Hot Wings. and
Cool.
and yeah, that was like I was like T Gibb or something. But yeah, I started writing way back then. And then producing, I didn't start producing until 2020 during the pandemic.
Okay.
And then
And what was? Oh, go. What you was
I
about
was
to
just
say?
gonna say, and then I started like like recording and engineering like in 2019.
And what sparked you to jump to producing?
I think I just got that. I just got that. Was it like it was like the stimulus check or something, or
Mm.
like I think I just got like some or from college. It was like the college stimulus check, so they just gave us like $600, and then like my MK3, it was like $500. So I was just like, all right, well, let's go ahead and blow this money.
You gonna go somewhere?
It's like, might as well. I mean, at the time, I think that we had got the stimulus check and we had got that. So I was just like,
Okay.
dog, like, I'm rich. I can really do whatever I want.
Hmm.
And then, yeah, so I just went ahead and bought that. And then I didn't use it like the first 6 months that I had it because I had tried it and I was like, this is just way too, this is just, I don't get it.
I know how I feel. And what do you get exactly?
You said what?
What do you get exactly? Like you got like a laptop or?
Oh yeah, I use like live. Well, for beats, I use Machine 3. I got like MK3.
Okay. Okay. And before we go to the halfway mark, my last question gonna be a fun one. I'm curious, do you have a favorite dish, and what is it?
Like food.
Hmm.
Favorite dish, man. My favorite dish. I feel like this is gonna like
You about to say pineapples and pizza?
bro. Like I was about to say like honestly like a dip dish, a deep dish. I said dip dish.
Oh,
A deep dish pizza. Like just cheese and pepperoni. I'm
okay.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be good.
Interesting.
Like like just a good like I'll eat pizza every day.
Hmm.
Throw little veggies on there just to get some vegetables. But yeah,
Okay. Okay. Deep dish. And your favorite one would be the pepperoni?
yeah, just pepperoni deep dish. Maybe
Is
throw
that
some
on top
mushrooms.
of the that's on top of the sauce or under it?
That's on top. On top.
Okay. Interesting. I haven't tried deep dish yet.
Highly recommend. If any, even if you just go to Domino's and get like a deep dish pizza, or it's not a real one, but it's
Mhm.
it's still it got all the bad stuff in it, so it tastes good.
No, because every time I look at it, it just looks like a pot of tomato sauce.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, I mean it's pretty much what it is.
yeah. All right, I would definitely give it a try. Um, okay. Hitting the halfway mark. How we feeling?
I'm feeling great.
I'm gonna give out some connections that I made on my end, and you can decide if you like to connect with them if you would like to. Uh, Shout out to the first one. Shout out to One Nation. Uh, they create their own comic book. Black author with his own black characters, etc. He got his first volume out right now. If you would like to connect with someone within that field,
Wait, what's his name?
One Nation.
One Nation. Yeah, I mean
Mm-hmm.
that sounds dope. Yeah, no, send me his info.
All right, I got you after the podcast. Our second collaboration. Shout out to Jet Production. They make short action films. If you would like to connect with somebody within that field, we can make that happen.
I'm with that too. I like acting.
Okay. Oh, have you done some acting, or you interested?
Oh yeah, I used to like back in college do forensics. Like if you know what that is, like speech and debate. It's like got it's acting in somewhere. It's like a lot of theater intertwined with that. So I
Mm.
used to do a lot of that kind of stuff my 4 years of college.
And what was you studying exactly?
I studied biology.
Interesting.
I originally got on to be a doctor, but yeah, I was cool off that after I was in genetics class, and I was like, nah, I'm straight.
What was the turning point for you?
Literally, that moment in genetics class, after being in the studio a few times, I was just like, yeah,
This wasn't for me.
yeah, this is not what I'm trying to do with my life.
Okay. Um, Let me see. Third person I would like to shout out. Uh, Jeremy. Uh, this is a future collaboration that Origin and Jeremy are gonna be having with Tap Room Live. They located in North Carolina, but they doing a live performance type of setting within like a restaurant where artists could perform at. So that's starting up. But if you would like to, get in touch with them or know more information, we can make that happen.
For sure, yeah, no, I'm definitely wanna, I
Yeah.
want to reach out to all these people.
Okay. Next one. Shout out to Mason Kneeladder, 2D animator. Uh, he do like flyers, logos, animation, anything within the 2D animation field. He could do it. But there's also be somebody that would like to connect with.
It's fire.
And our last one. This is a bonus one. Shout out to Moss. He's another producer slash artist. Uh, we Origin just started doing their own soundtracks. We create our own like soundtracks for artists to hop on and be creative. Um, but he's the main producer of our first project. But if you would like to connect with uh this artist slash producer, we can make it happen.
Yeah, no, that's that. I'm down for that. I'm down all five.
Okay. I will send all of their information to you. And I'm curious, giving you back the floor. Uh, are there particular any talent or anybody that you necessary, want to network with? Are you looking for?
Just like people who I like to work with.
As in, like right now, since anybody can listen to this podcast, you'd be to call it out, and be like, "Hey, I'm looking for these particular type of people."
Um, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
So I'm saying, I'm giving you the floor, like to shout out any particular talents that you are seeking. So anybody that's listening to the podcast, it could be like, "Oh shit, he's looking for me." So are you looking to
Uh,
collaborate with more producers, artists, or like you said, you was interested in acting? Are you interested, to collaborate or network with more people within the film industry, etc.?
I'm yeah. I I say it right now, network wise, like I'm down to. I love to connect with like more artists from different places and just collaborate. Like I'm always down to collaborate with anyone trying to work. Um, as far as like acting goes, I mean, shoot, if there are any filmmakers that are watching this and looking for an actor in a film, like shoot, hit me and we can figure it out. But yeah, as far as like producers, I'm always looking for beats. I'm always looking for people to collaborate with. Always looking for like any anyone looking for promote like shows, venues in different places. Anyone looking for like talent, like literally, like any agents, anyone looking to fill their roster, looking for you as well. So I would say that's about it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Side joke. It's definitely crazy to hear anybody say roster, especially in 2025. So I heard that I just had negative thoughts.
Yeah, no, not like that. Hey, anyone trying to fill up that does
But
sound kind of crazy if you
yeah.
don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a free agent.
Shout out to you. Oh man. Uh okay. Okay. So you looking for more opportunities with are you necessarily interested to have like some like an agent manager like that would manage you getting gigs and stuff like that?
Yeah, that is
Okay.
that is definitely a position folks are, kind of just patiently waiting to fill. But if anyone hearing this goes listen to my music and it's like that's something that can get behind and you believe in, then shoot hit me up.
Okay. Shout out to you. Bringing this to your music, me checking out your music. I was able to listen to up to 13 songs. Um,
Turn that up.
out of the
Turn up.
out of the 13, I would say, let me see, one, two, two out of the 13 is my like favorite, just being a first time listener, and then we got one, two, seven out of 13 that's growing on me. So the more I listen to it, it could probably change. But two out of 13 is my favorite, being a first time listener, and then seven out of 13, uh, those songs is growing on me.
Say less. Yeah, some of them definitely got to they got to just ease that. You got to hear me. You just got to, if you feel me.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel it. Which one would you like to know first? The songs that's growing on me, or the songs that stands out to me? Being the first.
Let's go with the ones that are growing on you.
All right, you want it all at once or one at a time?
Say it one more time.
You want it all at once or one at a time? You don't.
Uh, give me them all at give me all at once.
The first one is really love talk, empty thrill, affinity, and is it pronounced front door, or front door?
Front door.
Front door. Okay. Um, and MIA radio edit, and then hips. Those are the seven songs that's grown on me.
Turn that up. Yeah, no, this. So you messing with the boom box for real.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was on your Spotify.
okay, okay. And then okay. Then what are the one? Then what are your which ones are your favorites?
The ones that stands out to me, Field, Field,
Few.
uh,
Okay.
and oh, Front Door. I actually got that one mixed up. So Front Door and Feud are the ones that stands out to me the most. The ones that I got the Front Door mix up with was Anymore. That was the one.
Anymore. Okay.
Hmm.
People like anymore.
So you said what?
No, I was just saying people like anymore.
You said people do like Anymore.
Yeah, that seems to be a favorite.
I can see that. And how you feel? How you feel about that?
I think that anymore is like my best outro up to date. Uh, but I think that I got yeah, definitely got to make a better one for the next project.
You know what I'm saying? Out of the list,
Oh, the list.
the
I
songs that
think
go up.
I was gonna say you um sounds like you said empty thrill, love talk, affinity, um, anymore, hips, and MIA radio edition. Those were the ones that were growing on you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I personally, all those songs are. I think you get that's a great list.
okay. And we can start about with feud. Uh, how that song came to be.
You know, we had so originally R.I.P. Spinnerilla. We had dropped a mixtape of the rough draft that had like three extra songs on it, and one of the songs was like you ever heard of the um song Family Feud by Jay-Z?
Mm,
Yeah, so we had rapped. We basically had made like a song to that, but we knew we couldn't drop it on Apple Music, so we just dropped it on Spinnerilla, and they still took it down. Like they was like, "Nah, this you can't use this." And so then we ended up going to our boy Coleman. He's a producer out here in Nashville, and he just kind of cooked up a beat. He cooked up that beat like literally in like 10 minutes, and then we just took the words that we had rapped for Family Feud and we made Feud.
okay, that's what's up. So the lyrics that's on feud was on the other song.
Yeah, that da 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 na 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 na. Yeah, that one. I don't know if I did a good job right there, but that was like the one with like Beyonce singing, and then I think Drake and Lil Wayne had done a remix to it. I think that's what prompted me to want to rap on it.
Okay. And I am curious with the callback to the earlier conversation. Which artist or what artists inspire you in your style?
Yeah, I think I definitely uh like like Isaiah Rashad for sure. Like Kendrick Lamar. Um,
Shout out
like
to Hey Drake.
like you said Drake. I would say that Drake definitely had a lot to do with like when I first started. Like, I
Mm,
definitely was listening to probably too much Drake, and so.
mm,
But then at the same time, I still think Drake is one of the greatest like song like as far as like I get he doesn't write all his songs, but like as far as just putting it all together, like he's one of the probably the best executive producers, and he got a pen
okay.
too, but I definitely am inspired by Drake, and yeah, but definitely like Isaiah Rashad, Kendrick, Smino. I love Smino.
Okay.
Uh, like I like Andre 3000. Like I like the songwriting of Frank Ocean. I love the way he like writes like just the structure of his songs.
No.
Uh, yeah, those probably that makes up a pretty good amount of my inspiration. Like Earl Sweatshirt, of course.
Okay. I respect that. And do you have like a dream collaboration?
Dream collaboration. Like top on the list, I think would definitely be like Isaiah Rashad. But if I had to choose, like just like what I feel like, yeah. If I had to choose something like that was just like crazy, not Isaiah Rashad would be crazy, but like something like out the box. Like I think the con Billie Eilish. I think that would go kind of crazy.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Next song, I'm curious about. Really,
What'd you say?
really. next song that I'm curious about how that song came to be.
We found that beat on YouTube, and then yeah, we just recorded. I think that that's just yeah. We don't even really perform that song. We performed that song once, I think, because it's just really long. But it's a good like it's a fact. A lot of people still listen to that song. It's really funny. It's funny like you think that like you're evolving as a artist, and then someone tells you like, nah, I still really like the stuff that you did like 4 or 5 years ago. And you just be like, well, I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, you gotta look at it as chapters. When you create art, it's gonna connect with people at different levels in life. So some people might be at the stage where they connect with that art, and then usually it's gonna lead, eventually, just like with Kendrick. A lot of people still haven't listened to like his older music, but
That's
the
true.
way how he promoted it, he used his newer music as a way to guide people. So I'm just basically saying it could be a ladder, but at least is a proof that you have a way to, you know, give people attraction towards your craft. So, you know, let it cook, let it cook. It's well deserved. Don't let your effort goes to waste. Uh, but I could definitely understand in the sense that when you're in a new uh phase and you're on a journey, on the next level of your journey, I can see that being a bit of a frustration. Like you out here still eating the leftovers, and I just made some fresh new food. Uh,
Yeah,
but yeah, I can understand that from that sense.
but it's like it's cool still because it's like okay, that means if I decided I wanted to really, no matter what direction you go in, like there's gonna be someone who's receptive to it. And I think that like people still liking the old stuff. It's like okay, like if I did want to go back to just like the kind of bar heavy, kind of sample like rock like songs, like I could, and there would be someone who
Mm.
would be messing with it.
No, I agree. And you also got to keep in mind new listeners. Your whole library is new to them. Uh, so I mean, technically, they doing what they're supposed to do to start from the beginning,
That is true.
since they are new listeners. But uh, I'm curious, like now, like if you could, if or like, would you prefer for new listeners to listen to your newer work and then go to your older work, or does that matter?
You know, I think you said something good. It's just like you kind of meet people where they're at, and whatever, however you find your way, hopefully it was compelling enough for you to go and listen to everything else. But if I had to choose, I would
Mm-hmm.
definitely, I would prefer people found me at where I'm at and then discovered the old stuff. But at the same time, like always, all roads lead to me. So it's all cool.
Okay, I respect that answer, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Uh, and do you feel like the reason you have that mindset because correct me when I'm wrong, when you create, each of your project, is it in a mindset like this can't be recreated?
Like when I'm like put together a project,
Yeah.
um, you know, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I feel like I've never just thought that exact thought like, oh, this can't be recreated. But I guess in a sense, it's like everything, like the songs and everything. When I'm putting together projects, tend to come together, um, like by itself for the most part. Like the sounds and the textures just kind of come together. So I guess in a sense, I'm never trying
Mm-hmm.
to recreate something like. again because we're just kind of going with just where the music is. Like, it sounds cliche, but like where the music kind of taking you.
Okay. Yeah, I was asking that to better understand your meaning, because when you say, you want them to be, you want them to enjoy, your current, journey that you're on right now instead of your past. Uh, and I was asking that to better understand, from that same aspect when it comes to, your projects. Uh, so I'm guessing it's more in the sense of that you want people to explore their current journey that you're on, so you have someone to talk to about it? Like, is it that or is it
I
something else?
I just kind of want people to find me at my best, and I think that I'm always
Okay,
just trying to get better. So, like I feel like my latest work is probably the most accurate description of like what I have going right now and who I am. And so, if you find the current me, and then you go back and you're like, oh, okay, then you find like a whole bunch of older music, then like I feel like that's a better you have a better understanding than finding the older music and then like catching back up. But
okay,
at the same time, like all the music like right now that we're talking about in like 5 years will be the old music, you know. So
yeah, true.
it's all
And yeah, and to add on to there about that moment. Technically, correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, each of these projects is made with like a certain experience, right? Like for example, like if you make a project about love, the people that's in relationship most likely, or people that desire love, is most likely going to connect with the project than somebody that's single or a fuckboy. You know what I'm saying? Like it won't necessarily connect with everybody, but it's there, in that sense. So uh okay, so I see where you're coming from. Um, I'm actually curious on this. When you look at your project, is it are you sharing like your all right? Let me see how can I put this. I'm guessing what I'm trying to ask is, how do you look at your project? Is it like an experience that you share amongst the listeners, or are you telling a story?
um I think that you know, I just like art, just like not necessarily, it's an experience as far as like the stories I tell. But yeah, I guess just like really just sharing. I just view it as just sharing art. I think kind of depicts me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't
So
know.
you treat it like a painting.
Yeah, it's kind of like I made some really nice work, and I just want to put it on the wall and then invite everyone to come look at it.
I respect that. And when we talk about your newest work, would that be Control?
Control is my yeah, that's the latest song that I have out right now.
Okay. And would this happen to have any relation to Mortal Kombat?
No, I mean
Okay.
it could though. It
I was
could.
just asking that when you spell that with a K. Uh, uh, but good. I'm curious, to hear, more. Is there any, backstory behind this song, or how the song came to be?
Let's see. My boy Justin sent me that beat. Me and Justin had made a put together a project together called Kids Being Kids back in 2022, and so he sends me beats every once in a while, and he had sent me that one probably 4 or 5 months before I actually wrote to it.
No.
But when I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, 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 this is the one. But I didn't really start kind of crafting anything to it until um, probably October. He probably sent it to me in the summer, and I probably didn't start writing until about October. And so after, yeah, and so that it was just one of those, uh, oh shoot, like we're putting out singles. Oh wait, I have this really fire beat that we could add to the lineup, and we ended up dropping that, putting together a visual with one of my good friends, Zia. And so yeah, it was just kind of one of those songs that just came out of the day to day process.
Okay. That's what's up. And when it comes to your live performance, out of your catalog, what's some of your favorite songs that you enjoy performing compared to the audience?
My favorite songs I enjoy performing. I maintain. I enjoy performing that one. Uh, I have this song called 5 a.m. Consequences. I've only gotten to perform it once, but I really like that song. Um, let's see. Let's see what's another one I really like to perform. This past year, we've like every time we open up, we perform Affinity. That's been fun. 'Cause my boy Ari always hits that guitar solo at the end. It's a great time. Let's see any other song I'm trying to think. Oh, and You. I love performing You. That's I feel like performing this past year because Affinity was like one of the first times I really just was singing as much as I was, and so I feel like being able to perform songs off of there has helped just my voice and my development in my voice. So I think that's been cool. But
That's
you,
dope.
but you for sure. I think You actually. If I had to go back, take everything I said back, and decide like which song is my favorite, I'm gonna say You.
So you use your top
Yeah,
out
You
of
is
the
my
song.
number one.
Okay. And what is the crowd favorite?
Crowd favorite. Probably the one that I like that we. Yeah, people really like Your Interlude. Um, off of Affinity.
No.
Between that one and Maintain, I would say actually it's probably crowd favorites probably Maintain, and then your
Anything?
yeah.
Okay. And uh, my last question, uh, is there any, or would you like to drop any, upcoming projects that you're working on that people can look forward to?
The project that we're working on right now is called Humanity Experiment, and we got a lot of cool things potentially coming our way, so we're not really just in a big rush to drop it. Kind of, we're still working on it, but it should. Yeah, we're probably looking at around like May to summer ish, depending on how everything fares. Just like everything else going into it, but yeah, Humanity Experiment is coming. That's coming out this year.
Okay. And before we close out, I want you to end it off with shouting out all your socials. Shout out anybody that you want to put on, and then drop a song out of your catalog you want the audience to tune into.
Oh yeah, all my socials. If you follow me on Instagram at the Cult of Khan, and then you can follow me on TikTok at Khan the Cactus, and then Twitter. If you want to follow me, I don't really be on Twitter, but if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's the Cult of Khan 2. And what was the second part? I'm sorry.
It, shout out anybody that you want to put on, and then drop a song out of your catalog you want the audience to tune to.
Oh man, shout out. Let's see like shout out to JayU. That's like one of the like he's another one of them. He's legendary. Uh, Shout out to my boy Miles. I know he's somewhere out there, being great, doing his thing. Uh, Shout out to Herm. Get at him. He's on. If anyone needs their their song mix, or if you need a beat, he's on engineers. He's certified by Mixed by Ali. Don't play with him. Go check out. He's always open to commissions. Let's see. Shout out to my mom and my dad, just for always, showing, working hard, showing me what hard work look like. Let's see, who else do I want to shout out right now? Shout out, Nashville. Really, you said that I'm the first Nashville artist that you've had on here, but like, there's so many like super cold Nashville artists. I'm just gonna start shouting them out. Shout out to Dime State Dime, she's crazy. Shout out to Diamond Store, he's crazy. Shout out to that man Sincere Hunt, he's crazy. Uh, let's see who else. Shout out to. There's so many people I can name, so I'm just gonna stop right there before
Hey,
I
I
get
don't mind that. I support that. I always like to see it when people be in support of each other.
like like.
And
I,
shit, the people that's listening, they might get mad. Hey, don't stop right there.
not okay. Let me give you. Let me drop a few more. You feel me? Shout out to, shout out to Summer Joy, because she's crazy in Nashville. Shout out to, man. Where do I start? Yeah, shout out to Claire Maisto. Shout out to I'm just like there's Ron. Shout out on Bazzi. Shout out to Jordan XX. Shout out to Strames. Shout out to Chuck Indigo. Shout out to Tim Gent. Shout out to, I know there's just as I name more people, there's more people I'm mixing. Shout out to 6-1 Tribe. Like, shout out to, my brain. Shout out to Goody. Shout out, like there's, yeah, like when I tell you,
Much love.
I could go on for days, man. And of
Much love.
course, shout out to God. You feel me?
Shout out to them. Shout out to them. It was good to have you on this podcast, and we're gonna end it off right here. But before you go.